All right. Hey, welcome back to Credit Firm Inc., our podcast. We're the only podcast, matter of fact, the only content out there that is giving information around the FICO Classic scores. And why is that important? Those are the scores that 100% of your mortgage lenders use and 90% of all your other lenders use. So it's so important. There's too many differences between these newer algorithms that you see on Credit Karma and even on your Experian apps, which are a different FICO model, between the scores that the lenders use. So again, this is a lot of valuable information. It's extremely valuable to us and our clients, as a big portion of our clients are mortgage motivated. We currently work with probably over, what do you think, Lisa, 200 plus mortgage lenders.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In their teams, and speaking and understanding that algorithm is so important. And it's very important too when a lot of our lenders don't even understand that algorithm. What they're taught, what everybody knows, is based on what you Google, what you YouTube, common sense, right? What you're told, the feedback you get from just doing life and how your Credit Karma is responding to that. Yeah. And one of the big misconceptions is, if my Credit Karma scores are going up, well, then my lender scores are going up. And right. This is certainly not true. So on these videos and on these podcasts, we're going to kind of uncover some of that through there. And I brought Lisa with me today. Lisa has been with us since, how long, Lisa? How long have you been with us? A long time.
2011.
2011. And she's been with us for a long time, right? We opened up in 2009. She's been with us since 2011. Thousands of clients are living in new homes because of Lisa's coaching and her wisdom that she's been able to bring to them.
Well, it's a team effort.
Yeah, it is a team effort. And we have a wonderful team, and it's all based on the information.
Yeah.
You know, anytime we bring a new team member on, especially for counseling, it's pretty rigorous training. But anyways, one of the reasons we have Lisa on here today is because she was sharing a text message that she got from a client, and I don't know. I think you should share it.
Yeah?
We decided you're going to share it.
Okay.
Can you do it without crying?
I don't know. We'll see. Because a big part of what we do, obviously, is, help people meet their goals, and getting into a new home is a big deal for everybody, and getting reviews and feedback, and, of course, that's a part of it. But then sometimes it's more just, it's that emotional contact that you get, or their goals become our goals. And so when they're buying their home and they're all emotional, we tend to get all emotional and very happy as well. And so this text message, this thank you, what have you, it just really got to me. I'm going to read it because I can't remember it word for word. Hey Lisa, this is Andres. I was reaching out to thank you for the achievement of helping us get into our home. We signed last Thursday. Last Wednesday night, however, we rushed my dad to the ER in Abilene. He finally came responsive and was back to life today. After having to drive to Abilene to say our final goodbyes, since we were being told he wasn't going to make it through the night. The doctors told us that they considered my father making it this far a miracle. We drove back to Snyder Thursday to sign papers on our new home. We weren't in high hopes of us getting a home from the very beginning, and then especially with all this going on, we weren't even sure if it was truly going to happen. With that being said, I just felt it very heavy on my heart to thank you and everyone that helped us, that did not give up on us with our dream of getting our home. Just the way the doctors didn't give up on my father, people like you and your team have strived to make this happen. You love what you do, and it shows. You help people, and we're very appreciative. No matter the circumstances or who they are, you still care, and you want to help others. I thank you once again, Lisa. I made it through that time without crying, and that is amazing.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'm crying.
I'm telling you, man, that's just awesome.
That is awesome. And you know what? And that's, I love his gratitude.
Yeah.
And we're so grateful for him sharing that. And I think, you were kind of talking about the celebration. We celebrate with these guys because of all the hard work and everything behind it. Even though sometimes the coaching, once we'll see the issues, right? We're like, yeah, this is all we got to do. 1, 2, 3, right? Mm-hmm. But think of all the years and the experiences and the trial and error and the studying of this algorithm that the information's not out there on to get to the point to where we can say, here, do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And, so every happy ending, every story like that, yeah, we celebrate. We celebrate because it was a lot of, we both changed careers for this, and
Yeah.
15 years later, our passion's still just as strong. And this testimonial right here and testimonies like that are the ones that get us, keeps me excited every morning anyways, to get up and grind through this again. And
It's so cliche to hear, this is why we do this, but it's not, because it truly is. I love being able to see, the joy on someone's face when they're able to buy their home. So many people come in our doors, and say, oh, well, I mean, I'd like to buy a house, but, can I maybe get a car? Because they don't think that it's possible.
Right.
That's too far out. That's never going to happen. Not to them. Nobody in their family owns a house. I'm never going to own a house. And then you start breaking it down for them and showing them, and their eyes come back to life, and they're like, "You mean I could buy a house?"
They're filled with hope.
Absolutely, you can buy a house. And you put this plan together, and then you see it come into fruition, and yeah, I mean. Now I'm going to cry, because that is what's so awesome is, they don't even believe that it can be there for them.
And listen, I get it, because I've been there. I know your story. You've been there, and to where it felt like, dude, I'm not digging out of this. And everything you try, it almost feels like it's for nothing. And then you're scared to get your hopes up anymore,
right?
Because then you're just going to be let down. And there's always that kind of foreboding voice going on in these processes, and I get it. Yeah. And, in given this system, this algorithm's over 25 years old. It's the same, the original FICO model that was pushed out into the marketplace over 25 plus years ago is the same model that the lenders are using today. It's outdated, it's broken, it's no longer doing what it's supposed to do, which is emulate real statistics to predict risk, right? And FICO themselves has come to the GSEs, the mortgage sponsored enterprises, right? Like Freddie Mac, Sallie Mae.
Oh, yeah.
And said, hey, we've got a more accurate algorithm. We have an algorithm, based on information, based on technologies. This is actually more accurate into predicting risk.
Right.
But they will never change it. And of course, I have some theories why, but so people are even more stuck than what they were. Sure, there's behavior. Sure, there was things, we've all made mistakes. But there's that point to where we say, you know what, enough's enough. We we fix our issues, we correct our issues, we fix what we can, and we do the right things going forward.
Yeah.
And everything in life rewards that. I mean, that's just a natural sequence of things. Matter of fact, that's how the score was originally designed. And of course, we talk about that in detail, and we'll talk about that in detail here, but not with that algorithm. They're stuck. They're literally stuck. It's like, well, we're doing everything right, and my newer scores are telling me that I'm doing good, and you are. But I go to my lender's saying I'm a 560, and I thought I was a 680, and what the heck's going on? I was a 560 2 years ago, and I'm stuck. And so when we get to say, I got you.
Yeah.
Because we understand that algorithm better than anybody I know. I don't know of anybody that understands this algorithm like we do. I know, God, I don't want to sound like we're bragging, but we just do. And we've got the track record to prove it.
Yeah.
And so it blesses so many people. It exposes the truth. And it wasn't easy for you to learn this. And it wasn't easy for, like I said, so it was very appreciative of you, Lisa. And look, when we read these testimonials, when we post these testimonials, we're not trying to put a feather in our hat. We just want people to understand that there is a service out there. There is an answer out there that can help them. And they just need to understand the quirky things about this. And there's some really quirky things, some big differences.
Yeah. And this is kind of a phrase that I guess you've kind of coined, but even a few years ago, right? Being on the receiving end of someone else's passion, right? And people don't realize what that truly means, but the passion that we have for what we do, and to be able to see people actually, be able to accomplish their goals, whether it is just buying a vehicle or just in general, they just want to have buying power in case they need it. But the passion that we have, and for them to get to be on the receiving end of it, it's actually it's such an amazing thing, and
really
and it's
is.
all just so real.
It's rewarding.
We're just real people, and we just want to help you. We want you to be able to see that this is all attainable, and I've always loved that phrase that you brought
I
up.
love being on the receiving end of somebody's
Someone else's
passion.
passion.
And that's
Yep.
what Andrus expressed there. He
Yeah.
was like, man, the doctor's passion, and he was on the receiving end
Yeah.
of that, and his dad and their family, and
Right.
oh my gosh, what a blessing,
Yeah.
and it does. It makes a big difference,
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
You can go to the first time I think I ever said it, I was at some Mexican food restaurant in Weird Town in New Mexico, and it was the most unbelievable stuff I ever had in my life. And
That does not
And they
surprise
were
me.
so passionate about what they were doing, you could tell. And I'm like, I looked at and I just gotten back from that guide who was very passionate about what he did, and we had a wonderful time fishing. And I
Fishing
was
guide, yeah.
fishing with my pastor Jeremy, and we were eating, and I said, I love being on the receiving end of other people's passion. And you know what? And that's exciting
Yeah.
because, I've always said it from the receiving end, but I guess it's pretty cool that other people are receiving our passion.
Yeah.
And what
No,
we are.
it's awesome.
And I know I am, because I would normally burn out on things after just a couple of years, and man, 15 years later, it's still burning. And
Yeah.
anyways, such a blessing. I love what we do. I'm so blessed that you're part of this. So be sure and listen. We're going to be very transparent about this algorithm, about techniques that we use to fix it. Once you expose it, well, how do you fix it, right? Some of the methods we use to get these people's scores there, to get this derogatory off. We'll talk about some pretty spicy deals along the way, because we see some lack of better words, some raunchy stuff.
Yeah.
There's furnishers out there that are doing some pretty crazy things that are keeping people's scores stuck, and then they tend to be working on everything else, and they're not addressing that one issue that they think, oh, well, that's old, or that's little, or that's this, and it's that one thing that could be creating that ceiling and preventing them to get in that new home. So.
Yeah, true. I just got off the phone with the guy that I was talking to him about, some recent late payments on credit cards, and he just kept saying, but they're current now. I've paid them now. And I'm just like, I understand that, and yes, it is showing current now, but that late payment is, you still have to do the recovery time. It's still
in the
causing
history.
the damage. And so, yeah, there's so many things that, if people just understood, and that's, our job is to make sure they do, and to help them get through that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Boy, that's going to be an episode itself, talking
Yeah.
about late payments and some of the feedback we get around our monitoring versus what it really does to the lender score.
True.
Because if you get a late payment every once in a while, according to your monitoring scores, it's like, oh, that's not that big of a deal.
Right.
Oh, dang it. I'll do better than that. Yeah, and it's not enough. If they really knew what it was doing to the lender scores, then they'd probably change some
figured out a way
change
to
some
get it
things.
paid.
Yeah, right. Or get on the phone with the bank, or
Yeah.
and say, hey, I need your help here. But anyways, hope this blesses you guys. We'll see you on the next one.